Our speakers are joining us today remotely. So we are going to have a pre-recorded talk called Building a busybox-based Debian root file system with mmdebstrap by Nobuhiro Iwamatsu and Kazuhiro Hayashi. We'll hear the pre-recorded talk and they'll be available for questions and answers after the recording.
Okay. Hello, thank you for joining our presentation.
Thank you for
I'm Nobuhiro Iwamatsu, and I work at Toshiba, and I'm also a Debian developer. And joining in our presentation, I am Nobuhiro Iwamatsu. I work at Toshiba. I'm also a Debian developer, and my colleague is Kazuhiro Hayashi. In this presentation, we talk about creating Debian small, lightweight root file system with busybox using mmdebstrap. Purpose of this talk. First, why create small, lightweight image? We usually develop based on Debian, but the target is a wide range of server and embedded devices. Among them, there are demands of 64 megabytes or less than can be stored in SPI ROM or no flash, and etc. And OTA support images and lightweight image for container image, for example, Docker. Debian-based images increased and the current image size does not match our requirement of customer and users. So we considered addressing this. By default, images systemd and dash, bash, etc. and packages that depend on them are installed. And we are considering how to not install them or use embedded software such as a busybox. Many people will use DebConf when creating Debian root file system, but this requires some manual work for minor customization. We responded by using mmdebstrap, which has a similar functionality and supports customization for smaller images. Now we will talk about the basic usage of mmdebstrap, how to make busybox-based images, and existing issue of creating images. mmdebstrap. mmdebstrap is an abbreviation of multi-mirror Debian bootstrap and was developed by Johannes Schauer and Marie Rodriguez. And the name implies it can handle multiple packaging repositories. There are also many options for creating images. And there is also a decided variant that allow you to creating images smaller and lightweight than a variant you can specify DebConf. And if host and target are different, QM will run on the backend and will also be able to build the image. And big feature is that you can build images twice and as fast as DebConf. If the variant is minbase, DebConf takes 27 seconds, but mmdebstrap can build in 12 seconds. And processing time is half For the build variants, build-strap took about 20 seconds, and for mmdebstrap, it took about 20 seconds. The processing time is, in this case, was also half. There are also many features not covered in this presentation. If you are interested, please check one page of mmdebstrap. Next, we will explain how to use mmdebstrap. When creating the images with this suite variable and target variable are required. Please specify suites such as bullseye or unstable, unseat, and others. And specify the directory and image file name of the image created on the target. You can specify more than one for Debian package mirror. Otherwise, http://dev.debian.org/debian will be used. And option are described. mmdebstrap give you an option to specify a variant for creating the images, and the option to specify when running apt or dpkg, and the option to customize the image before and after installation. There are options for you to build more customized root file system. Next, we will explain how to build an image using mmdebstrap. First example is when minbase is specified for variant and unstable is specified for suite. In this case, the processing time was about 12 seconds and the image size was 127 megabytes. Next example, delete one page's documentation and locale file and etc. from the image. When doing this, specify path-exclude and the path in the -dpkg opt option to exclude the path specified when install the package. The compiler file specifies path include path-include and is set not to be excluded. In this case, the processing time was 15 seconds and the size was 82 megabytes. The image size has been reduced by deleting the documentation and other files. Next example, install the web server nginx on the images with previous state. This uses the --include option to specify the installation of nginx. In this case, the processing time was about 80 seconds and the image size was 146 megabytes. The image size is increasing for packages that depend on nginx. So next, we will explain how to create busybox-based images. Busybox-based images. When creating busybox-based images, specify custom word or variant. The custom variant installed only the packages specified by the --include option and their dependent packages. Therefore, you need to prepare the directory and files created by the processing of other packages by yourself, or adding the missing file directly by creating a directory by using the dash setup hook option and dash customize dash hook option and other options. Let's see how to creating images based on busybox. Specify customize for variant and specify minimum packages centered around the busybox or the dash include option. There are dpkg, busybox, ifc-b, base-files, base-password, and Debian utils packages. In this example, is defined by include underscore dpkgs. Specify the directory where the busybox script providing by mmdebstrap is stored with the --hook -dir option. Two scripts are provided in this directory. Now, there are script configure busybox and creating /etc password and group file. Details of this file are explained next page. Then setup -hook adding setting to /etc password and group file, and the customize hook prepared in tab and RCS in the images. There are contents of the script for busybox in /user/share/mmdebstrap/hook/busybox specified by --hook-dir. In setup 00, script file create etc/password file and group file. This is run at the beginning of the image creation. In extract 00 shell script, execute busybox with install option in change root. This is run during the first package deployment. When execute this setting, the processing time was about 4 seconds and the creating image size was about 31 megabytes. And the packages provided in this image are 80 packages. Next example is removing documentation and etc. from the busybox-based images and installing nginx as the HTTP server. The --dpkg opt option is set to delete documentation, etc. and install init-system-helper package, system init-util package, and nginx package using the --install option. The HTTP server also require www-data user and group. These are the process to set their setting to /etc/password and group using setup hook --setup-hook option. It took about 80 seconds and creating this image, and the image size is about 111 megabyte. When we made it with a minbase variant, it was about 146 megabyte. So we are able to creating it 35 megabytes smaller. And in this image includes 87 packages. The mean-based variant includes 141 packages and does not include apt or dash and others. So we can build a small images. Current issue. So far, we have seen that we can create a busybox-based image, but we know there are some issues. We have only done a minimum of checking, and we have not checked the behavior of only used packages. Therefore, some packages may not install and configure. It is necessary to check their working. The reason of this is the busybox provided by Debian still have few features to use as a root file system. Therefore, some packages may not install or configure. Also, even if the command is provided, it's possible that an error will occur because the options do not match. An example is cp command -z option. This option is for SLinux and not provided by busybox's cp command. The patch maintainer may have added a mechanism to call back. For example, Debian uses packages PostScript about this, but not all packages may have it. And busybox shell is assured, and not PostX compatibility also script are written for dash may not work. And if user want to create busybox-based images, the user need to have an init tab and root file system, root files. This is already been already reported BTS, but it may not be fixed. So, Alpine Linux. Finally, we will providing information for Alpine Linux, which is often used in Linux distribution using busybox. In the case of Alpine Linux, that image of nginx is about 27 megabyte, which is very small. But we think the main reason they are small is they use master library for libc. If we compare master and glibc in Debian packages, we will see that they are about 30 times different. Also, the dependencies are small and parallel, etc., are not included in generic root file system. So Debian and Alpine are different Linux distributions, so we do not think we need to think about making them smaller, but these will be good index, we think. So examination to approach this, there are small several ways to make it this small. First is creating Debian packages using master-based toolchain. But this is not a good method, as it creating package for each libc, which also increasing maintenance cost project and package maintenance and our build infrastructures. Second, building our environment using gcompat with master libc. Gcompat software package provides the glibc compatible API. By combining with master libc, we think that rootfs system using mass can be built using the current glibc APIs. However, we are still testing it in Debian. Next is reseeking dependencies. By reseeking the dependencies and removing dependencies such as Alpes, we think we can be able. We also build smaller images with glibc. This is summary. We can use mmdebstrap to build the busybox-based rootfs system. We can use busybox to create about the half size the rootfs system images by comparing minbase variants. However, we think there are still many problems. The working check is also not enough, and we still have a lot to check. And second, we use responsible for preparing setting files for rootfs system. And we still need to consider the small and lightweight images. In the future, it is necessary to consider improving the environment using master libc and gcompat and reconciling the dependencies. That's it. Thank you for attending. Please let us know if you have any question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. We're almost out of time, but I think we can allow for one single question if someone has one.
I do have a question. Why do you prefer the glibc compatibility module over making packages work with Muzzle directly? Because that's actually possible for a large fraction of packages.
We did not check about your pointing. We will. This is sorry. We are checking about it now. So if you found your good implementation, I will providing the information for the Debian. The remaining list or others. Sorry.
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting project. It's probably a research project at some point because you have to fix busybox to provide the missing flags and stuff like that. So thank you very much for your work, and we'll see each other again pretty soon in the next talk.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.